Marcosatsu.
When you think of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, you might instantly go to the classic line.
Alpha, Rita's escape. Recruit a team of teenagers with attitude.
High schoolers who go up against Rita Repulsa and her growing monster army.
Big Mike Bogart,
While its Japanese counterpart,
Kyoryu Sentai! Zyuranger!
translated literally to Dinosaur Squadron, Zyuranger, awakens ancient warriors who fought alongside the prehistoric creatures. Their enemy was Witch Pandora, accidentally set free to enact revenge on the dinosaur tribes and their champions. With that difference alone comes tone. Mighty Morphin entwined its wacky goofiness with a quote-unquote cool factor.
Come on!
Meaning a lot of flashy colors, a rock and roll soundtrack by Ron Wasserman, plus a reminder to brush your teeth before bed, mixed in between all of that.
Gee, things sure work out a lot better when we work as a team, huh?
Maybe with a little teamwork, we'll get the dump site closed down yet.
Zyuranger originated a lot of that cheesiness, but also took itself more seriously when you don't look into the monsters inspired by The Wizard of Oz, or clips such as this. Witch Pandora has a tragic backstory where her son smashed up some eggs and was killed for it. Then Pandora sold her soul to the devil for power. Rita's is more straightforward. She attempted to take over Earth, but was banished by Zordon for 10,000 years. That's her story in Mighty Morphin Season 1, but it would eventually be expanded upon, such as following seasons introducing her family.
You know this klutz?
Know him? He's my brother!
How you doing, sis?
Fair warning, the comics are in their own continuity, so if you don't count those as canon, then Rita's backstory is as simple as saying, she's evil. The rest of the main villain group are about the same for both shows, except Goldar and Scorpina's counterparts, who are married and have a child together.
そう自転車にバンドーラが自転車にあれが怖いんですよ結構ねお尻がストンと落ちそうなのね
The team's mentors are more similar than expected, except one isn't in a tube. Zyuranger's mentor, Barza, is a wizard who watched over the guardian beasts and ancient warriors for millions of years, waiting for the day to summon them once again from their slumber. The Power Rangers' mentor, Zordon, is a wizard who watched over the planet for years, waiting for the day to summon 5 teenagers with attitude.
Teleport to us 5 overbearing and over-emotional humans.
No! Not that! Not teenagers!
Just like before, future seasons and the comics would expand on his lore. Alongside a difference in tone is a difference in pacing.
Megazord activated.
Megazord armed and ready!
Mighty Morphin is fast-paced and very in-your-face when it comes to the action, at least for the original 90s footage. It sets up a quick story, goes through the motions, and involves a lot of fighting, throwing comic relief with Bulk and Skull, who don't have counterparts, and you get episodes that never stop moving.
While you were caught in the Pink's vortex, he found his way into your food festival and is causing chaos.
Plus, you can't forget the Zords that rise from the earth with the rockin' soundtrack. Zyuranger takes its time, and I mean really takes its time to tell a story about children who are going through their own issues, so our squad is sent to solve them. In episode 1 of Mighty Morphin, the Rangers know each other, are told to fight evil, and have their full arsenal by episode 3, not including their giant combining Megazord, cause they get that from the start.
You need only to turn to the power of the dinosaurs, which will come together to form the mighty Megazord.
In Zyuranger, there is no mecha fight until the 2nd episode, and it's only with Tyrannosaurus. Their combination robo doesn't appear until episode 6, while Mighty Morphin introduced it right away. The Zyurangers also have to go on a quest to get their iconic weapons early on. And to go along with this twist in tone and pacing, the Zyuranger theme is sung by Kenta Sato, who introduces the tone very well. Being a song about hope and melancholy. Ending theme, a more upbeat jingle for the kiddies. In a weird twist in the pacing, Zyuranger shows his full combination sequence only a small handful of times. Mighty Morphin reuses that footage for basically every Megazord sequence. The Zyuranger mecha were worshipped as deities by the ancient tribes, who would call upon the guardian beasts for aid. When combined, the mecha is known as Daijujin, literally Great Beast God. Separately, they're sentient creatures who can even oppose their users, but quickly form a bond with the warriors. Mighty Morphin just says they're robots brought by Zordon. Toku Trivia Time Checkpoint. Did you know? Zyuranger's dinosaur motif was inspired by Jurassic Park, both the novel and movie. However, you've probably noticed that not every member is an actual dinosaur, like the saber-toothed tiger and mammoth. That's because story writer Masu Sugimura wanted each creature to depict an unclear ancient era, influenced by Dragon Quest. The iconic morphing sequence was an American original creation, having each ranger shout their dinosaur name.
So get moving, Power Rangers. It's morphing time.
Mastodon!
Pterodactyl!
Triceratops!
Saber-tooth tiger!
Tyrannosaurus!
Zyuranger was as fast as... that. Both teams have heroic personalities, but Mighty Morphin's characters can fall into a high school stereotype, at least at first. Zyuranger, on the other hand... the Yellow Ranger is a boy named Boy. One of the most interesting differences comes with the 6th Ranger.
Time to meet the Green Ranger! Long live Empress Rita!
Mighty Morphin has Tommy Oliver, who became brainwashed by Rita's control over a green candle. If the candle was to run out, so would the Green Ranger powers.
To the fall of the Power Rangers! I'll destroy you, one and all!
Zyuranger has Burai, the long-lost brother of Tyranno Ranger's Geki. Burai wasn't being controlled, but he was still an adversary to the squadron due to his blind lust for revenge, a misunderstanding when Geki was chosen to be the tribe's royalty after the death of their father. The Rangers were eventually able to stop Tommy's brainwashing.
What have I done? What you did under Rita's influence. You own the power now.
And Geki was able to make peace with Burai. Their green candles were for a different, but similar narrative. Tommy's candle was a limit for his power. Burai's candle was a limit for his life.
Toku Trivia Time Checkpoint. Did you know Super Sentai had extra heroes in the past, but Burai was the first true Sitz Senshi to focus on the rest of the team. This idea was also meant to be a one-time addition, but Dragon Ranger's popularity meant that Sitz Rangers would become the norm.
And according to producer Shinichiro Shirakura, Burai's dragon motif was supposed to be a twist to the main theme. Super Sentai has been changing themes yearly since the beginning. Power Rangers continued with the Mighty Morphin suits for a couple more seasons. To add on to these seasons, Power Rangers would take elements from the seasons that followed Zyuranger, such as the White Ranger using Kiba Ranger's suit from Die Ranger.
Hey! I thought you knew what you were doing! I do! Yeah, you sure could have fooled me!
And the Alien Rangers coming from Kaku Ranger. That's a lot of Rangers.
American Ninja! Hey you! See you again.
While they're only small elements in Power Rangers, Zyuranger and Kaku Ranger are full-on seasons lasting around 50 episodes each. Plus, the mecha footage and monsters are used from these too.
Showing the power of thunder!
Toku Trivia Time Checkpoint. Did you know? Zyuranger's lead designer said he based Witch Pandora's gang off of the Addams Family, the 1991 movie. One of the more blatant differences is the legacy each show left behind. Mighty Morphin is the most iconic season of Power Rangers. Even popular seasons like In Space and Dino Thunder don't even come close to the pop culture phenomenon the first season left behind. Mighty Morphin gets the most love when it comes to legacy merchandising, which can mostly be chalked up to nostalgia, but there's no denying its popularity. It's the season that Future Rangers established lore from. The 2017 movie and ongoing comic focus on Mighty Morphin. And if you ask anyone on the street in America about Power Rangers, the immediate picture in their mind would most likely be those suits with the dinosaur helmets and diamond patterns.
Back off, Fang Face! The good guys are here! Get off our planet!
Because we're the Power Rangers! And we're not backing down! Yeah!
In Japan, Zyuranger is just another Super Sentai season, even for the time when it was sandwiched between two other highly regarded seasons. Not that the series itself was doing badly in ratings, it's more that Super Sentai was already airing for nearly 20 years non-stop at that point, so Zyuranger was merely the next yearly team. It was the first to have a dinosaur motif, but it would still fall behind other dinosaur squadrons. However, Zyuranger is still celebrated by fans, and some team members would reprise their roles in anniversary shows. Mighty Morphin was the first of its kind for America, so its legacy can't be understated. This whole topic of legacy was poked fun of during Hikonin Sentai Kibarangers Season 2.
わあ、ちゃうちゃうちゃうちゃうちゃう。これパワフルレンジャーと言ってたな。日本の戦隊シリーズをアメリカで。
Where Power Rangers was the original and Super Sentai was the adaptation.
アメリカで生まれたパワフルレンジャーをパクって、まんまと戦隊シリーズ作るジャパン。
Sorry, I meant Powerful Rangers.
Shut up! Power Rangers!
魔女バンドーラの出花はくじかれた。頑張れ恐竜戦隊10レンジャー。
Hey, thanks for watching the first episode of Toku History. I wasn't really sure how to make this going forward. It was just gonna be non-stop facts and talking and analysis just about pretty much everything I can find in the history of Tokusatsu. While this one focused on the differences between Super Sentai and Power Rangers, next time I am interested in talking about the similarities and talking more about the behind-the-scenes production. But this was more surface level, just as an easy video, just to see how this would go. So with that being said, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.